First-round knockouts never get old. 1 second you're settling in for a long fight, the next, boom, it's over. Timing, power, and a little bit of chaos come together to end it before it even begins. In part 2, we're diving back into the moments where fighters barely had time to break a sweat. Let's get into it. Nobuhiro Ishida versus James Kirkland, April 9th, 2011.
Middleweight contender James Warrior Kirkland. Weight world champion Nobuhiro Ishida.
Kirkland came in as the heavy favorite, but within 23 seconds, Ishida dropped him with a sharp left hand that stunned everyone.
3 rounds to deal with 2 opponents, and now
Kirkland got up, clearly hurt, and moments later was dropped again.
30 previous fights. Kirkland was proud as he was introduced. Kirkland arouses a lot of enthusiasm and file that most Kirkland opponents portray. Down goes.
No one expected this.
Kirkland obviously isn't covering or holding up. He wants.
Ishida stayed calm, and a clean right hand sent Kirkland down for the 3rd time.
For Ishida's right hand. There it is again.
Third to try to get up, and Cortez pushed him down.
Just 107 seconds in, Joe Cortez had seen enough and waved it off. 3 knockdowns in less than 2 minutes. Damn, what a shock.
Nobuhiro Ishida.
Anthony Joshua versus Michael Sprat, November 22nd, 2014.
As a member of the British Empire, from Norton, Anthony Joshua. Heavyweight division, and introducing to you the warrior that is Reading's Michael Sprat.
Joshua took the center of the ring early, stalking Sprat behind a heavy jab.
Matt Skelton, 2 rounds last time out. What can Mike championship level fights in a long and distinguished career, what can he come up with?
The first clean right hand he landed shook Sprat, and it really hurt for just watching.
Past his best now, right hand comes through, and he's wobbled, he's shaken by that, and Joshua.
Sprat backed up to the ropes, trying to cover up, but Joshua stayed on him, throwing fast, heavy shots.
Joshua just teeing off.
It didn't take long when the ref stepped in as Sprat was pinned and taking damage.
Says that will do it right there. Stunning.
Stopping it just over a minute into the fight.
The job finished. Job's finished.
Mike Tyson versus Peter McNeely, August 19th, 1995. The bell rings, and McNeely bolts forward like a man with nothing to lose.
Look at the past few months, and here we go. And McNeely, as advertised, comes right.
For a second, it feels like chaos. His punches are wild, almost desperate.
Seconds into the fight, McNeely on the canvas.
Tyson weaves through the storm. A clean right hand drops McNeely hard within seconds.
Tyson seeming to just hang back there waiting for that one shot.
And McNeely, as advertised, comes right at Mike Tyson. Now McNeely, seconds into the first round.
That was fast. He gets up dazed but still swinging. Only to eat another vicious uppercut in the corner that sends him crashing again.
Nonsense, because they were starting to butt heads. Oh.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely.
Just 89 seconds into the fight. Joe Cordina versus Joshua Hernandez, August 14th, 2021.
Hey, here is the Windy City Kid, Joshua Hernandez. The Welsh Wizard, Joe Cordina.
Cordina needed less than a minute to make a serious statement.
Cordina to inject that momentum into his career.
Right from the start, he was throwing crisp combinations that forced Hernandez onto the back foot.
Alterated on during the counter. A big right hand. That was the right hand. He was throwing sparingly when he first came back.
Then, boom.
Before that,
Good right hand once again from Cordina. Overhand.
wave it up.
A perfectly timed overhand right crushed Hernandez, sending him flat on his back. Official time, 53 seconds of round 1. Cordina's rebuilt right hand looked better than ever.
It was a long time in the corner, Hernandez. He made his ring walk down, It's quite cold here now.
Roy Jones Jr. versus Montel Griffin, August 7th, 1997.
WBC Roy Jones on your right in the black trunks, Montel Griffin in the red.
This rematch barely gave fans a chance to settle in. Less than 20 seconds after the opening bell, Jones cracked Griffin with a monster left hook that sent him stumbling into the ropes for a knockdown.
Montel, I think Montel got rocked wide. Griffin
And down goes.
How will they rule it?
Griffin tried to fight back behind his jab, but Jones was just too fast.
About throwing some punches. Jones's lunge is a counter-punching and very cagey. Jabs his way through. He's got the 5-inch reach advantage. Griffin tries to counter left hook.
Then, with about 40 seconds left in the round, Roy launched a leaping left hook that caught Griffin clean on the jaw.
Roy's taking the lead a little bit. Jones wants to mix it with him here. Observing, waiting. Jones with the hook, picking up where he left off.
Right on the button. That was a...
Griffin dropped flat. He tried to get up, but it was over at 2:31 of round 1.
Wow, the
Oh, man! He's still down. It's down Trevor Bourbon.
what a stick first fight he had.
Jerry Cooney versus Ken Norton, May 11th, 1981.
Well, Ray Norton in his introduction borrowing a little something from the Sugar Ray Leonard playbook and doing a little dance. And
Norton was in trouble almost immediately.
the tactics of Ken Norton in the early rounds will be interesting to say the least.
Cooney, towering over him, unleashed a vicious right hand that snapped Norton's head back and froze him against the ropes.
The rule is in effect, the bell cannot save either man. A right hand buckle the knees of Norton.
He hammered Norton with a brutal left to the body, another crushing right upstairs.
Left hand to the stomach, and another right hand to the side of the head of Norton stands on the rope.
And then just unleashed hell. A few more unanswered bombs, and Norton collapsed to his knees, completely out of it.
Again, the legs of Norton wobble. Norton is hurt in his own corner. Cooney trying to measure him. With combinations of left stance, Norton straight up. Norton is about to drop. Norton.
The ref waved it off at just 54 seconds, but honestly, it could have been stopped even earlier.
There was never any doubt as to the punching power of Jerry Cooney. Ray Leonard, I think that doubt was put to bed right here.
Deontay Wilder versus Sergey Liakovic, August 9th, 2013.
Wilder! Sergey Liakovic!
Instead, a test for the young knockout artist, this match turned into a scary scene.
All right, round 1, and Liakovic comes in here stone cold dry. There's not
a veteran, and he's seen a lot of things in boxing, been put in certain situations.
Less than 2 minutes into the first round, Wilder cracked Liakovic with a vicious right hand that sent him crashing to the canvas in a heap.
And professional experience, by the way. Lovich, 181 rounds.
Yeah, he said he wanted to relax and just, establish his jab.
tonight. Good quick left hand shown by Wilder. There's a right hand, drives Liakovic into the ropes. Down he goes.
Man, it was brutal. Wilder's jab had already rocked him back. And
then once Lovich went to the ropes, that was it. And look at Lovic's reaction. Look at his left and right, his feet.
Yeah, ugly, one of those ugly knockdowns.
Yeah,
what a shot.
That right hand, it was like getting hit by a truck. Official time, 1:43. Pablo Cesarano versus Jorge Linares, January 18th, 2019.
Super lightweight division in with the Mexican warrior, Pablo Cesar.
Within the first 15 seconds, Cano blasted Linares with a right hand that sent him crashing to the canvas.
Looking forward to it. Always see Linares, 33 now. How much longer?
Yep, one of the better fighters of modern times, Linares. Caught straight away there.
What a shock!
Linares got up trying to steady himself, but Cano was all over him.
Cano lands a lovely shot. Linares has and Pablo Cesar Cano sniffed that, and at the higher weight has it out of Linares. Seems to have got his feet back together. But what a start!
Landing another series of punches that dropped him again.
Come out casually, carrying his hand low, and now he's having to dig deep here.
And Linares gets a mighty shock early on, Paul.
Just been caught cold early on, but he's got to be careful. He's landed a good left hook of his own. The round's gone, forget about it. Stay safe. Tie him up whenever you can. Get on your bike now and just
in the pocket a little bit too much for my liking. And again, the right hand over the top.
After a third knockdown, Linares somehow stood up again when he stumbled back into the ropes.
but it is one of the biggest crises in Jorge Linares' career.
After the left hook. Low, big left hook.
Down he goes again. There's no 3 knockdown rule.
The ref waved it off at 2:48 of round 1.
But is 25 seconds enough for Cano? One more surely will be enough.
Linares, he seems to be in desperate trouble.
He's all over the place, and Cano on the verge of a big win, and he's got it!
And honestly, it felt like it could have been stopped even sooner. Ivan Baronic versus Nicholas Givehan, March 25th, 2016. Just 21 seconds into the first round, Baronic uncorked a monster left hook that flattened Givehan before anyone could blink.
And he starts out very quickly, and left hand drops him. And I mean, that was a left hand.
Full extension, perfect timing, and that old-school Joe Frazier snap you don't see often anymore. Baronic even threw it from a little further out than you'd expect, but he twisted the punch right at the point of contact, exactly how the legends say you should.
Yeah, it actually was from far away. I mean, it wasn't like he was close, at the right distance. It was the right distance to put some hurt. Look at it.
Well, he also does what Sugar Ray Leonard always just talking about.
Vasili's Eglacius versus Evgeny Shevchenko, June 6, 2024.
So we are set for our co-feature as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Eglacius, Evgeny Shevchenko.
He has that incredible telescoping height. It's like, ooh, beautiful lead right hook. Where from fight to fight, he would be anywhere from 6'5" to 6'7", depending on what the broadcast said. But
Eglacius needed just one clean shot to end it. Midway through the first round, he crushed Shevchenko with a brutal right hook to the side of the head.
Listed as being much shorter.
Shevchenko's extended left arm. Sneaky shot.
Shot again there from Eglacius. Finding his rhythm early on, and down goes Shevchenko.
Shevchenko dropped hard, his body locking up and twitching on the canvas.
A horrifying reaction.
Wow, what a start. And also an end. A scary scene that left the crowd in stunned silence.
Ear meets the jawbone.
Eglacius stood across the ring. The fight was already over before anyone fully realized what had happened. Amanda Serrano versus Eva Vorberger, January 18th, 2019.
Introducing Eva, the Golden Baby Vorberger. Introducing Amanda, the Real Deal Serrano.
Serrano barely gave Vorberger a chance to blink at Madison Square Garden.
Huge favorite here, and for good reason. Vorberger hasn't fought outside. She'll be the first Austrian champion.
Right from the opening bell, Serrano stalked forward and fired a left hook to the body that crumpled Vorberger to the canvas. It looked painful.
Well, you know, she's her hands for tonight.
And Serrano likes to go forward, and Vorberger forced to let her hands go right away. Right away. This is what Serrano does. Forward, constant pressure.
Vorberger tried to move, but just couldn't beat the count.
9, 10.
It is over! Just like that!
In just 35 seconds, Serrano made history, becoming a 7-division world champion.
I mean, that's what Serrano's known for. She's an aggressive, come-forward body puncher, and that's exactly what it was.
Anthony Joshua versus Gary Cornish, September 12th, 2015.
Laughlin absolutely dwarfed by these two big beasts. The one thing everybody has agreed upon, 3 scoring judges off by his company to prepare for this. He's had a good camp in Inverness.
Right after the first exchanges, Cornish was struggling to keep up with the speed and sharpness coming at him.
Who has ambitions of his own, whose career is on the way up and not on the way down.
Joshua clipped him with a stiff jab and then crushed him with a clean right hand that dropped him to a knee.
Joshua looking very sharp here and nails him with a right hand inside the first minute. One knee, it's the power, but it's the speed of it.
When the fight resumed, Joshua stayed patient but ruthless, lining up another heavy right that sent Cornish crashing down again.
Looking unsteady, Joshua looking to measure him up. Could this be gone in the first? He's caught it with another right hand.
Now the technique that Joshua showing at the...
Less than 90 seconds, and just like that, Joshua picked up another belt and a whole lot of hype.
His legs were unsteady, and there was no point allowing it to continue. The writing was on the wall by that time.
Peter Quillin versus Antoine Hegemond, August 4th, 2005. Quillin jumped on Hedgemon right from the start, blasting him with a vicious left hook that knocked his mouthpiece out.
Of aggressiveness you want to see as Quillin goes to work, knocks out the mouthpiece of Hedgeman.
Quillin tore into him again, landing clean jabs and heavy lefts.
That left hook is devastating for Quillin. He's looking for it now. And down goes Hedgeman.
Another sharp hook dropped Hedgemon hard to the canvas. After a brief break to replace the mouthpiece, Quillin stayed on him, cutting off the ring and hammering him with a brutal left.
Nothing sweet and nice about this.
Shades of Corrales Castillo, a knockdown. The mouthpiece comes out to recover. It might not matter today.
Quillin moving in, attacking the body, keeps his hands up jab lands, followed by the right hand, another left hook, assortment of skill. Very tenacious. There's another sharp left hook. Hedgeman in all kinds of trouble.
Quillin's got to be a little careful not to get too close, because he's smothering his own power.
They are really exchanging punches now. Hedgeman in all kinds of trouble. Quillin.
That finished the job. Hedgemon collapsed, and the fight was waved off before he could take any more damage.
You see the end. This is right above us. Quillin teeing off. Brian made the comment that he was out on his feet.
David Tua versus John Ruiz, March 15th, 1996.
David Tua, the WBC International Heavyweight Champion, John Ruiz.
From the start, Tua walked Ruiz down and exploded with a huge left hook that landed clean.
225, having a reach advantage here. We'll see how he uses it. Tua with a big left hook and Ruiz in trouble.
Ruiz staggered, tried to grab on, but Tua swarmed him with another crushing shot that dropped him flat.
Tua comes right at him, another big bomb, and Ruiz is down. This could almost be over now.
Wow, it was brutal. The referee stepped in at the count of 5.
He comes right in, and before John Ruiz can recover, Tua is all over him. One more right hand, another one in there.
Stopping it just 19 seconds into the fight.
Get the time listed. That's the one there that maybe didn't have to get in.
Filip Hrgović versus Gregory Corbin, May 25th, 2019.
Heavyweight champion Gregory Bad News Corbin. El Animo Hrgović.
The Croatian boxer didn't need much time to make a statement against Corbin. From the start, Corbin tried to crouch and slip shots, but his rhythm was easy to read.
In front of him, fights behind the 1-2 with a very, very sharp jab.
He used to spar with Vander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe, who suffered some of the most famous low blows ever.
Less than a minute in, Hrgović caught him clean with a massive right hand just above the ear, and Corbin dropped like a stone.
Okay, he told us at the fighter meeting, I don't care if I can't box. I head to the right a little bit too much for my liking.
Oh, right hand, right on the ear, and Corbin is down less than a minute into this fight.
Corbin protested, pointing at the back of his head, but the replay didn't lie.
It's tempo in the ear.
And it looks clean, Sergio.
No, it's clean.
Right by the ear.
It was a clean shot. Liam Perro versus Brock Jarvis, October 15th, 2022. Perro needed less than a round to prove a point. In front of a roaring Brisbane crowd, Perro caught Jarvis clean with a left cross that dropped him hard.
Work out of it.
God, unbelievable.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Jarvis tried to move, but you could tell immediately he was done. The referee didn't even bother finishing the count. Perro stood over him, fired up, making it clear he was ready for bigger challenges. What a way to steal the spotlight. Kendo Castanada versus Sonny Fredrickson, May 20th, 2022.
He weighed in at 139.6 pounds. Please welcome Sonny Pretty Boy Fredrickson. Green with gold. He weighed in at 140 pounds even. He is Kendo El Tremendo Castaneda.
After a few early exchanges, Castaneda slipped inside and cracked Fredrickson with a brutal left hook that dropped him flat on his back.
Fredrickson in the black and white trunks, Castaneda in the green and gold trunks.
Good hook right away right there by Tremendo. This one starting out a little more clear, time to fill out. These two seem to be filling each other out a little bit first.
Yeah. Moment to get inside, he let his hands go and then.
Oh, good body shot by us.
There you go. The first 10 seconds, son. But then Kendo just came right in and got all up.
Good body shot there by Fredrickson. Placed him real nice.
But son, it's not going to pose well for Sonny if he's not.
Right. Slow feet, heavy hands.
But no defense, that ain't going to work. Classic boxers, man, out there snapping that jab, being effective.
Castaneda's finding his way in and
yes, he is.
Putting those shots together. What a shot. He's out.
It was one of those shots you could feel through the screen. Fredrickson tried to beat the count, but his legs were gone, and the ref had no choice but to wave it off just over 2 minutes into the first round.
You saw that double, God. Do a double right hand.
Man, a huge moment for Castaneda. Ryan Garcia versus Francisco Fonseca, February 14th, 2020.
Here's the former two-time world title challenger, Francisco Fonseca. He weighed in 134.75 pounds. King Ryan Garcia.
Seconds into the first round, Ryan Garcia timed a lightning-quick left that froze Fonseca mid-motion and sent him crashing to the canvas.
He says, hey, I've got a chip on my shoulder. I can beat Ryan Garcia, and then I'll be the one.
Of Ryan Garcia, you see the images of Kobe Bryant and his daughter.
Ryan Garcia is being groomed for greatness, and the stage is set now. It's to start off early with that check hook right there, but it needs to set it up with fast jabs.
Daughter, his newborn.
At 130 pounds, he's moving up to face a top fighter here.
Whoa.
Davis.
That knocked him off balance.
Davis and Tevin Farmer, 130 pounds.
Caught him with a left hook. Oh, and a left hand! Sends Fonseca down! Flat on his back! It's over!
Fonseca dropped hard, his head bouncing off the canvas, and it was clear he wasn't getting up.
On his back! It's over! There, he's done it again! Ryan Garcia! There is a new...
Garcia didn't even need a follow-up. One shot ended it all.
Sergio.
No, but he set up that left hook, and we predicted it. It all started with that jab, and you can see it right there, Ryan Garcia.
The fight officially lasted 80 seconds, but it felt even faster. Ryan's power was no joke.
Look at the way it's like a whiplash left hook. Thumb up in the air.
And his left hook, it was lethal. Joe Macy versus DeVarrell Williamson, September 27th, 2003.
Baby, Joe Macy.
City of Denver, Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, DeVarrell Williamson.
After a cautious start, Macy found his range fast, cracking Williamson with a sharp right-left combination that rocked him badly.
DeVarrell Williamson sticks the long jab in Macy's face. Look, Baby Joe has to prove he's fearless in this fight. If he hangs back, he'll be making a mistake.
His pretty quick hands.
Very vulnerable for straight punches. Macy reaching up against the taller Williamson and landing a 1-2.
Macy's been getting hit with a few of the jabs, but what seems to be to his advantage is that
Williamson's legs stiffened, and Macy went right back to work.
Good right hand by Macy as he ducked to left and came back big.
Landing another clean right hand before dropping him flat with a heavy left hook.
And Williamson's hurt. Joe Macy's got an early opportunity. Down he goes. Crowd goes nuts.
It was quick, Williamson stayed down for minutes, completely wiped out by the precision and power.
That's it. That is it.
Just 97 seconds into the fight, the referee waved it off, and the Buffalo crowd went crazy.
You know, Macy could get hit with 5 punches, and once he landed the first shot, he was going to go on out, still knock out Williams. Williams is still hurt.
Isaac Hardman versus Bo Hardis, July 2nd, 2022.
Isaac, the head splitter, Hardman!
They've bonded through the course of the week. You get the feeling they could be good friends, but not right now.
Hardman tested the range with a few shots, then smashed Hardis with a clean right hand that made him stumble.
Seen on this massive card.
Well, this card gives him the chance to do that, Ben.
Trying to do the same there. Which is out to the body. Both in great condition. Oh, big right hand over the top from Hardman. Scored over the top, and there's plenty on that.
Hardis tried to stay in it, swinging wild, but Hardman stayed patient, cutting off the ring.
Bang! Now he chases, and there's a big right hand that got through there as well. Good desperation off the ropes from Hartas, but chasing and punching well is Hartas. To the body he goes as well.
Then he found the opening.
And another around the guard. There's plenty on these.
A brutal right straight to the chin. Hardis collapsed instantly, and for a few seconds, it looked bad.
Of his own. Oh, that's too big. Oh, that is massive.
The ref waved it off at 2:49 of the first.
From Isaac Hardman.
Not turning on his side with.
To his side and hopefully up on his feet soon after an enormous that right hand. And Bo Hartas was cold. Well, not before he hit the ground, but
yeah, he was
within.
Man, some of these fights were over before you could even grab your snacks. Which one had you saying, "No way," the loudest? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so you're ready when the next batch of insane finishes drops.